Hobbies Addicts Creation, and I have been getting a lot of questions on how to make a test grid. So I just wanted to go over that really quick with you guys. It's really simple. Wait till you see how simple it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a shape. You can do this with an image or anything that you are trying to achieve. If you were doing it with an image to find your bitmap settings, you would just crop out a part of that image and do it the same way here as I'm doing right now. So we're going to set this up for whatever we're going to be doing. If we're going to be engraving, you want to set it to engrave. If you're scoring, you're going to score, cut, you're going to cut, and so on. You're going to set your lines per centimeter that you want. So let's just say we're doing this for an engrave on wood. Typically, I use about 120 lines per centimeter. Everything else you don't have to worry about. And for wood, it would be a blue light if you're using a fiber or the F2 or F1 minis. If you're using the CO2, you don't have to pick anything. We're going to go over to this applications menu here with the kind of 4 squares. We're going to select that, and up top we're going to see material test array, and we're going to select it. It does have default settings. However, if you're burning or engraving on wood, cutting wood, anything, especially on your F2s or F1s, you do not want to hit that with 100 power. These are just settings that are put in there as defaults. You do want to change them. However, if you wanted to do it as per passes or lines per centimeter, you can do that as well. For today's purpose, I am just going to be doing power. Also for your Y, you can do the same thing. You can do it as speed, passes, or lines per centimeter as well. So for wood, we would never do 100. You're gonna get a fire that way. You definitely will. So let's just say we'll do 50 power for a minimum. 10 seems fine for a minimum. I'm gonna bump these lines up. We know 10 speed is gonna be way too slow for any wood. It's going to do the same thing as if you're hitting it with 100 power. You're going to burn a line. So let's start this at, say, 600. Now these can all, of course, be changed. So you run this test grid, you're not happy with it, you can change your settings around by running a different one. Or if you find one that you do like, say you like the 30 power with 3,500 speed, you could take that and then narrow it down even more to really hone in your settings and make another test grid with that as a minimum or a maximum or somewhere in between, and just change your power settings or your speed settings, whatever the case may be. I do typically like to go at least 7 or 8 rows. Now here's a really cool thing with this. You do not have to leave these spaced that far apart. I never do. I always bring them closer together, just to save room on material. If you wanted them even closer, as you can see, this won't really, well, it'll let you do 0, but if you wanted them just a little bit, you can add a dot and do, say, dot 25, and it'll separate them just like that. So 0.25. If you're happy with how that looks, you can click done. Now it's all going to come in and group together. Ungroup these. Slide your power up so you're not wasting so much material. Highlight this, and you can slide it up. You can also move them using your arrow keys on the keyboard if you want to just do it in small increments. And we're going to do the same thing for your speed. And just move it. You can keep this or you can get rid of it, whatever you want to do. You can regroup these again. And as you can see, all your different settings are going to be over here. The one thing I do always tend to check is the score settings, because sometimes it doesn't always go through. This time it did. I am actually kind of happy with that. If, say, you're like, oh no, I really wanted to do blue light. Ungroup them. Select all of these. I'm sorry, if you really wanted to do red light, I mainly do red light, sorry. So you would just click them all, click red light, and now you have a whole new test grid as well for something different. And remember, we do share all of our settings in our groups, our F2 owners, our F series makers, and our P3 group. You'll find all those settings in a Google Sheet in the featured section at the top of our groups. If you like this kind of content and want to continue learning and don't want to miss a video, please subscribe to the channel. That way you don't miss out.